Hey there, I'm Ashley, and this is New Day with Ashley. If you're looking for inspiration to make a difference and create lasting impact, then you're in the right place. Get ready to be encouraged by the stories of my guests who have taken risks, overcome challenges, and created opportunities. It's time to make the most of your new day. Building an incredible business built on helping people feel better, stronger, healthier, and even start their own businesses is her passion. Teresa Coffey and her team have helped over 100 Herbalife Nutrition Clubs open across the country. She believes your superpower is realizing life is 10% of what's happening to you and 90% how you react to it. She's following her passion in building a life she was created to live.
Definitely. I think that taking a risk is one of the hardest things that people will actually do. I've kept a little card in my wallet for years and years and years, and it simply says, be willing to do today what others won't so you can live a life that others can't. And, really just being able to do that. But I think there's depending on your mindset, it's all mindset. If you don't think you can, you can't. But
right.
if you, believe you can, then you can.
You will, yes. Right. Yeah.
So really just helping people understand that if you want it bad enough, there's a way to find it. There's a way to figure it out. You just have to find something you're passionate about.
Right.
And that's where I think people get lost, is because people talk themselves out of being passionate.
That's interesting, yeah.
Because it's heavy. It's hard. It's, what
it's
are
work.
people going to think? And it's work, I mean, seriously, it's hard work. And people just don't realize, as an entrepreneur, it's not 9 to 5. It's,
And you're a mentor to a lot of people too.
Right? I am. And that's really the part that I love. I love that. And, talk about being coachable. I get people that, really want to take steps to do something different with their life and to be able to take that on. And especially people, I'm going to say, living in this, like in the third quarter of their life. Okay. They're looking at the the Q3 of their life, the third quarter of their life. They're looking for a change. They just want something different to do. But they need someone to mentor them through those steps. It's because if they could have figured it out by now, they would have. So now
have you had a mentor then, or mentors?
I have had. I've been really, really grateful to have some really great mentors in my life that have given me the opportunity to do it my way, but give me some guidance at the same time.
Because some guardrails
of like, hey, this is how it's supposed to look. This is how it's supposed to look. And I think that's really a challenging thing. I mean, for somebody who's got my personality, it's like, I'll just do it. I'll figure it out. Yeah. It's going to be done this way, because if it's going to be, I might just figure it out, But and it is having somebody that you can look at. And I always say, mentorship is one of those things that not everybody can mentor everybody. Right. And not everybody is meant to. And you have to find that person that you can connect with. I mean, there's a ton of people out there I just couldn't mentor, no matter how badly I wanted to. And there's a lot of people I wouldn't go to for mentorship, because that's not also what I'm looking for. So
yeah. And so you have the opportunity to be in all different states too.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're going somewhere tomorrow.
It's interesting because, when we think about what it all started here in Fargo, literally 2 blocks away. Right. And it was just people coming in, and I just forever.
And what was it? What year was that one?
2010.
Okay.
Yep. So it was 12 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
And I just started asking people, hey, would you like, healthy fast food options in your hometown, or, in your neighborhood, or, where are you at? What are you doing? And a little bit of it was just educating people on, we sell a meal replacement shake, and that it's a full meal replacement. It's not, like a milkshake,
right.
Really the health benefits to that. And just having people go, actually I'm moving, like my whole Bismarck crew, it was just somebody who said, I'm moving to Bismarck, and they went and opened like 20 of them in Bismarck. Or, wow. I had a girl that, said, my parents are moving to Arizona, they're retiring. So she went to Arizona and started opening a ton of clubs out in Arizona.
Okay.
And, so it's just been one of those that people from here are going somewhere else, and but they don't have the opportunity for that healthy fast food option, and being able to do that. And the current project that I'm on, it's just a little bit of a whole different concept. It's all of that, plus it's a full bakery bar, and so we're really taking
some different options.
Yeah. Just really that protein infused muffin or donut or cookie, some of those things. But really, it's also going to be that networking space. So for anybody just looking for that networking space, it's really going to be all of that at the same time too. So the Daily Dose. Let me plug it right here. The Daily Dose.
That's
right
your
across the street
your
from
newest
Shields
one.
Home and Hardware. So
But and you mentioned earlier to me before the podcast started, but that you were in a challenging place a few years ago. Can you talk a little bit about that even?
Yeah.
I think that helps encourage other people maybe that are finding themselves right now in a challenging place.
I mean, I will, yes.
You want to take control of your life.
You don't know what you don't know, first of all. And I think that sometimes people get really wrapped into, or maybe just me. Maybe I just get wrapped into
no,
this. But,
probably not.
a little bit in my own bubble of I've been told that I'm just, people have, my whole life have said, how are you so positive all the time? Like, you're so positive. You're always in
Which
such
I
a
don't
great
feel like
mood.
that's a bad thing.
No, I have never felt it's a bad thing ever until it stops you from looking at reality.
Sure.
Until it's such a toxic positivity bubble that you can't actually see the situation that you're in.
Sure.
And so like you don't know what you don't know. And so even in this really great period of time where I'm going to say, growing really a very beautiful business with incredible people, and I'm so grateful for all of it. And it has really grown into 100 locations later, so it's quite an empire.
Yeah.
And in all of this time, I'm just in my head saying, boy, life should be different than this. My life is so good. I have the means to be able to live a really great life. I can travel wherever I want to.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want to. I'm not limited by really anything but my own life. And so I'm just going to say this to any of your listeners that maybe are living in a little bit of that. You don't know what you don't know. And then one day I'm reading an article about narcissism.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, that is my life. Why am I living like this? My family life is just not what it should be. Okay. I know that externally my life is really good.
Sure.
Until I walk into my own house.
But I'm not feeling fulfilled actually in my life.
I'm not, because I'm being told what I'm doing isn't right. I'm never going to be successful.
Okay.
I'm screwing up my whole life. Like I'm getting all of these things coming to me. But as a strong Christian, I'm like, okay, divorce is not an option. God has put me here. God is going to help me figure this out. I'm going to figure out my life because this is the path God's put me on. Yeah. And so I don't know if you've ever heard the story about, I sent you a boat, I sent you a plane, I sent you all this stuff. And so I thought, I've had some of the best business coaches in the world. I've had some of the best mentors. I mean, one of the greatest business coaching experience I had was with the Tony Robbins team. So I feel like I've really invested in who I am from a business standpoint. That now I need to really get into, some therapy. I need to figure myself out, because figuring myself out was always personal development. Okay, I'm just going to read another book. I may Brene Brown has saved my life, my whole life. Love Brene Brown. But what are some of those pieces? And so I reached out to a counselor that just gave me. And of course, my ex-husband said, "Well, nope, we need a different one. We need a different one." And he thought we should keep looking for one till one gave us his answer. And so I went and I talked to just another faith-based counselor, and she said, "So how many signs do you need? Like what's going to make you move?"
Yeah.
And
what's the final lifeboat you need? Yeah,
right. Because it was always, well, my daughter's little, so I need to figure it out till she gets older. And then it's always something. But it's the lifeboat. Now it's the helicopter that's flying over you, going, "Okay, you're drowning. Get out." And it was just in that moment that I just realized, I'm just going to take my life back. I'm just going to take control of my life. Like I've created something really, really great. And I try to do that with so many others, but I'm not doing that for myself.
Sure.
And so a lot of what I get an opportunity to do when I do some training is just to speak a little bit of struggle and how many other people are going through that same situation.
Right. So thank you for being like open and vulnerable to that, because I think people could see the one thing of like, wow, she's had it so easy.
And so many people do that. I think so many people think life is so easy.
People are very quick to judge.
Very quick to judge, and very quick to think I can't do anything because this is my life. Mm-hmm. I can't go out and start my own business, or I can't be successful at this, or I can't, ask or do more because this is my life. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, you know what? You get to make whatever you want in your life. You just have to control your life. Right. Take your life back. What I mean? Or just maybe you've never had that control of your life, and just, find somebody that can help walk you through that. And I think, when you think about mentors, it's not just in business. It's a lot of times it's just a good friend that can walk you through that.
Right.
Or find a good book. Get into a good book study. I mean, there's so many things, and especially in Fargo, there's so many different things that a person can get involved in and started in and things like that. So, so it's been a journey, for sure, of just, keeping everything moving, keeping everything going, and, trying to empower along the way.
And
for sure.
but then also doing the work for yourself too, and to be able to do that work.
And it is work on yourself, And so when I think of some of the greatest things that I've ever taken in and advice that I've ever been given is, it's really, gosh, find all the gratitude in all the little things. I mean, be so grateful. And I think there's so many people who just aren't. And just no matter
even the smallest thing, like the sun is shining.
no matter how bad it is, just find that. I mean, find all of those little pieces, because there's got to be something every day to be grateful for. I mean,
wow, what a great episode! Thank you so much for joining me. It's always so inspiring sharing these stories. To listen to the full podcast, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Remember to like and subscribe. I would love if you could leave me a 5-star review. This helps us reach and engage with more people. Join me next week, and until then, make the most of your new day.